Hey everybody, I'm doing a review over this Ozark Trail portable heater. It runs off of these little 16-ounce propane bottles. I'm kind of curious about it. They're saying it's 10,000 BTUs on low, that it will last up to 4 hours runtime on one of these small bottles, and 2 hours on high on one of these bottles as well. So I picked up 2 bottles, as you can see right here, and we're going to test out that theory. Alright, well, we've got the box open, and let's see what we got as we pull it out. Got these 2 cardboard sleeves to keep it protected in shipping. Set that off to the side. Alright, so just got one big piece all contained right here. We have our igniter knob up here with our low and high settings. Takes one of these little bottles right here of propane. Brand new, still had the cap on it. Just bought it at Walmart, so all we do is we put it in here and screw it into place. So it feels pretty good and tight. And then we set it down in there. It has a nice little place to rest. I have my stopwatch ready to go for whenever I light this thing. I can see it works as long as they actually say it does. We're going to start out with the high setting, see if it runs for 2 hours, and then we're going to do the low setting and see if we can get 4 hours out of it. This is my first time trying to light this, and there was no paperwork. There's no paperwork that came in with this heater right here. I don't know if they usually do, and if this one was a store return or something. I'm not sure, but there's no paperwork. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see if I can do a little trial and error on starting it myself before I look anything up about it. So I'm going to see, there's on the knob here, there is a lightning bolt that is a symbol for the igniter start, and then there's a high and a low setting. All I see down here is a little igniter spark, so I'm assuming we have to let some gas kind of run to be able to get into it for this thing to be able to ignite. I've used a lot of the propane, the big 20-pound tank bottles with the heater head that sits on top of those, and I know whenever you click and light them, you have to hold them for a little bit for it to take, time to get lit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the igniter, and I'm going to let it run for a little bit just to get some propane running, and then I'll click it and try to start it again. So here we go. Let's hold it on high for a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click it off. And once to start, it keeps shooting that flame out. There it is. me see the flame. We're going to hold it. We're going to hold it. We're going to hold it. Then we're going to turn it on high. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start the timer right now. And we've got this on the number 2 or the high setting. So now, all we do, now it's the waiting game. See how long this thing's gonna run. Will it run for 2 hours? Fingers crossed. All right, so I don't know if you can see my watch, but we just clicked over the 1 hour mark. We just clicked over 1 hour. So we should be halfway there if their calculations are right. All right, we passed the 1.5 hour mark. We're still going, so that's a good sign. We've gotten 1.5 hours out of it so far. So let's see. We are actually, the exact run time so far is 1 hour and 35 minutes. So hopefully we'll get the next 25 minutes and get that 2 hour mark. If not, we're going to be really close to it. Looks like our heater just cut off at 1 hour and 36 minutes. So we did not quite make that 2 hour mark on high that Ozark Trail is claiming. But I mean, 1 hour and 36 minutes, that's still pretty good, I think. I'm anxious to see what it's going to do on the low setting. I'm wondering on the low setting if we'll get that 4 hour mark or not, or if it'll be more around the 3 to 3.5 hour range. We'll have to get that test going and we'll see what happens with it. Let's go ahead and get this bottle off. All we have to do is take it and unscrew it. Full bottle. Okay, got it on there again. Kind of snug down. Now, let's get it fired up for our low temperature setting test. We've got our second bottle set into place. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Got our stopwatch ready. We'll see how close to 4 hours this thing will run on low. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down for a second. All right, now let's put it on low. And now we start the clock. The waiting game starts again. So hang out with me and wait for the next 3 to 4 hours, shall we? So one thing I have noticed, if you hear that, listen. You hear that noise? That's on the low setting. See, I've got the temperature on the low setting. It's been running for a little over 16 minutes now. And if I adjust the temperature setting up, listen to the high, that noise goes away. And then if I put it back on the low, that noise comes back. I'm not really sure what's causing that. I'm gonna continue to let it run just to see, because this is a review video, and so I want to find out if it's gonna keep doing that noise, or if it'll eventually quieten down, or what's going on with it. So I don't know. We'll see. We passed the 1 hour mark. We're actually at 1 hour and almost 4 minutes now. Okay guys, we passed the hour and a half mark now. We're at 1 hour and 38 minutes. So we've still got a little ways left to go, as long as it runs close to what they say it will. I'll keep you posted. We've passed 2 hours and 18 minutes now, and we're still going. So that's a good sign. It's at least made it past the 2 hour mark, which is good, considering on high it lasted for 1 hour and 36 minutes. So let's keep going. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see my watch there, but we've just passed the 3 hour mark. We just hit 3 hours and 3 minutes. So we've passed the hurdle of the 3 hours. We're going towards the 4, which is what this thing is rated for the low setting. We'll see how close to 4 hours we get. So we're coming up on the 3.5 hour mark. We're currently at 3 hours and 24 minutes, and we're still going strong. Let's see how much more life it's got in it. Well, I've been pleasantly surprised by this low setting on this thing, because here, let me take my watch off and show you. We have passed the 4 hour mark. It is 4 hours and 3 minutes. If that is showing up on the view here, I don't know if it's blurring or not, but we have hit 4 hours and 3 minutes so far. So I am very pleased with this, because on the high setting it was under the 2 hour mark that it claimed on the box, but for the low setting we're actually getting more time than what they claimed on here. So I'm happy to see that. I'm anxious to see how long this is going to go before that bottle runs out. According to the frost line that's on it, it is probably getting pretty close, but who knows? There might be more in there than I think. We just have to wait and see. Well, there it is, and I'll go ahead and stop it for you. Let's go ahead and turn this thing off. So 4 hours and almost 10 minutes on low. That is very good. That is way better than what I was anticipating, considering that it did not last as long as it was supposed to on high with the first bottle. It was supposed to last for 2 hours, and it only lasted 1 hour and 36 minutes, which isn't terrible. You know, it's still relatively good, I believe. But the fact that on the low setting that it lasted for over 4 hours, and also whenever I was initially starting it, I was kind of concerned about the noise, the fact that it was a little bit more noisy on the low setting than it was on the high. I figured it would be the opposite since it was using more fuel, but I don't know what might cause that. So I was messing with the dial to see if potentially maybe I could move it to where it would make less noise. And then I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to put it on low, let it go with the noise and all, see what happens. So I wonder if I hadn't have fidgeted with the knob, maybe I would have got 4 hours and 15 minutes out of it at least. But that's neither here or there. 5 minutes, you know. I was really surprised at how well this thing performed. Uh, like I say, over 4 hours. That's still, I'm kind of in shock because I did not expect that it would go for 4 hours after everything on the first one. But you surprised me, little heater. You did a good job. Um, and the fact that the price of these are cheaper than the buddy heaters, you know, I would say if you were going to be using this for camping, hunting, you know, fishing, if you're not going to be moving around a whole lot, you could have this in your boat, you know, whatever, just anything outdoors. And the fact that this one is rated for indoor use, it has a carbon monoxide sensor in it that will shut it off if it detects that the carbon monoxide levels do get too high. So that is a good feature to have. And I will be leaving a link, an affiliate link in the description below if you want to click on that and save a little bit buying one of these as opposed to the buddy heaters. I mean, hey, I'm a believer in it now. I think it did a stand-up job. Since this is my first initial use, I can't really say anything about, you know, longevity in comparison with the buddy heaters. You know, I don't know which one would last longer. I'm sure it all depends, you know, every model is different. So you could get a good one, you could get a bad one. I mean, that's with anything. So, but for the cost of it, I would definitely say pick one up. Click the link in the description. Try it out for yourself. God bless. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And subscribe. It's the only way that helps my channel. The more you know, the more valuable you are.